Hey everyone, it's Dr. Tom Nacella from Strategic Chiropractor and StrategicDC.com, and today we're going to look through our Work Smarter lens at a basic business concept that too many chiropractors take for granted: new patient referrals. Well, it's pretty well universally accepted that referrals represent the best source of new patients, and it appears that most people agree that the bigger your percentage of new patients that come from referrals, the better. So if everyone agrees that referrals are great, profitable, efficient, and effective, why aren't we doing more to stimulate them? In other words, why do we seem to get referrals more by default rather than design? Now, when I've asked chiropractors this question, why they don't design their referrals, two subconscious excuses seem to emerge. After all, no one wants to openly admit that they do nothing to build their business through referrals. Excuse number one is that it's salesy. I'm not sure that salesy is even a word, but you know what I mean. You don't ask for referrals because you're too afraid of appearing sales-like, pushy, aggressive. You don't want to appear like a cheeseball used car salesman in a cheap suit, a telemarketer, or someone who has a multi-level marketing opportunity for someone. So as a result, you don't design your referral systems, or you don't do it so effectively, and you hope and pray that referrals drop in by default. Excuse number two is that you're disorganized. Well, few would actually admit they don't gain referrals because they're disorganized, but many chiropractors would actually fit this description. Specifically, the excuse here is that you don't have a good system in place that reliably and consistently generates referrals, and the alternative is you just wait for them to drop in your lap. Unfortunately, this default referral program or system, which really isn't a system at all, then is what most chiropractors operate with. In other words, if a good patient refers friends, family, and coworkers, you'll gladly accept them. However, there are several major problems with this approach. Number one, this leaves your financial future in the hands of big mouths. In other words, you're relying on the 20% or less of the population who are generally loud enough to rant and rave about everything, and you hope you have a lot of people in your practice, and essentially you get zero referrals from everyone else. Problem number two is that passive referral generation, which is what we're talking about, gives sporadic results. Unfortunately, if your chief strategy is just when the big mouths arrive, your referrals go up, you'll also notice that when the big mouths aren't around, that your referrals go down. And so your results are predictably unpredictable. Problem number three is you're banking on a lot of assumptions. You make a major assumption in that your patients actually realize you need new patients. Well, if your office is desperately desolate and consistently empty, this may be obvious to your patients. However, if you appear anywhere near busy, the assumption that you need new patients may be a big leap for your patients. They're not actually chiropractors, and they don't understand your business model. Worse, they may secretly protect you from getting too busy, in other words, too busy to see them. So they actually may be demotivated to refer to you. Problem number four is the idea of reciprocity. Now, there are kind souls out there that truly operate with the abundant heart of generosity. They go about their life helping others. Unfortunately, these folks are even more rare than the big mouths. All people need to feel appreciated, and some really thrive with tangible thanks. But simply accepting referrals does nothing to actually thank folks and stimulate more referrals. You know, reciprocity is there. You help them, and they helped you by sending a referral, but you need to turn up the volume on this reciprocity and appreciate them much louder than that. And that may mean making a big deal out of all of their referrals so that it stimulates them to refer more. The final problem is that default referral systems cause you to work harder. Because you essentially have no system in place or no consistency, and you need referrals to thrive, this leaves you with no choice. Work harder. After all, you don't want to starve or go out of business, so away you go, back to the grind. And because some of you have worked very, very hard over the years, you've survived. But you also realize you get tired pushing that big rock uphill. Others never get momentum, and their practice never really seems to thrive as it could because they're just too busy working harder and not smarter. If any of this sounds like it lacks systems, You're right. None of this is a good way to run a business. Despite that, most chiropractors seem to commit these errors every day and wonder why they don't have more new patients. If you want consistent, effective, efficient new patient referrals, you must systematize your referral process or program. It's not enough just to accept referrals. Everyone does that. And a banner that says, "We accept new patients," is hardly a system that will generate more, but it's better than, I guess, having nothing. Instead of continuing to work hard for each and every patient, we must begin to work smarter. A smarter referral program should have the following. Keep this SMARTER acronym in mind. S, it should be simple. Great referral programs should be simple so you can do or delegate it easily. M, it should be measurable so you can track progress and determine what programs work and which patients refer the most. A, authoritative. The best referral programs convey and leverage your authority so you can harness the power of many and receive multiple referrals rather than laboring one patient, one referral at a time. R, regular. To be truly effective, referral programs need to be systematically applied as opposed to sporadic and inconsistent. T, team-driven. This is so that the bulk of your referrals can be handled and generated by your staff or team as opposed to being entirely dependent on you. E, educational. The best referral programs educate and stimulate patients as contrasted with lousy ones that offer up guilt-ridden, manipulative, gimmicky sales pitches. Finally, R, your referral system should be ready. It should be ready to stimulate referrals in a timely manner when patients are most likely to refer. So, does your referral system gather referrals by design or by default? Does your current referral program meet the SMARTER criteria as we just mentioned? Do you even have a systematic process in place for obtaining the best possible source of new patients? If not, I suggest you go through our SMARTER criteria again and begin to implement a better referral system immediately. If you don't want to reinvent the wheel, then check out our newest program, Smarter Referrals, how to systematically increase quality new patient referrals in your chiropractic business, which gives you the tools and strategies to create an effective, efficient referral system in your practice that meets all the criteria we've mentioned previously and more. Either way, don't settle for a default referral program. Every business building book, coach, practice management group, or marketing guru will agree that referrals are critical to your success. Why would you want to leave such a pivotal part of your business income and your future up to chance? Get your referrals by design, not by default, and reap the rewards. This is Dr. Tom Nocella, and we'll see you in the next round.